What is going on, true believers? I hope you're having a great day. My name is Bleaves. We're here to talk about this crazy crypto world, and we've got announcement after announcement. Guys, it's getting absolutely crazy out here in the next little while. I think that maybe, just maybe, the bull run might have just kind of kicked off, because if you're looking at your wallet today, you're probably like, wow, there is quite a bit of money being made. Also, in case you didn't know, right there. Now we have on your screen, we have a chat for you. So I don't have it set just right. Still working on the details of it. But you guys will start see the scroll coming through very, very shortly. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pop that to the right position and lock that in. And now we have chat on screen. So there you have it. Now, I don't know what that means ultimately, other than I have a lot of spare time on my hands, and I think it's super cool to have that. And I've been looking for it for a long time. So making this happen yesterday was a decent move. As a matter of fact, we have it all over the place right now. We're going to put that right there. So yeah, there we go. All right. So I don't have the screen kind of laid out perfectly yet, but we'll get there over the next couple of days. Now that I have this in part, let's get on to the next portion. The next portion is going to be, there is all kinds of stuff going on. Your wallets are starting to break out. I've got a new video today on DevE, and it's going to be, you know what? We got to do the song. I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing, bada, bing, ching, ching, big profit. But I can't do that unless we have the goddamn song. So make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Let's play this song and let's talk about what's going on.
It's your boy Bleaves. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, guys. Now we got chat all over the screen. What are you going to do now? You know what I mean? So let's talk about what's going on. I will, over the next couple days, by the way, work this out so that we have, like, this is going to be in the way just a little bit of what we're talking about. So I haven't figured out exactly where to put everything yet, but stick with me on this over the next couple days. Anyway, Will Stewart has joined the DevE board of directors, and that is a gigantic move. Okay, so let's talk about this. Dev Digital, the owner of the innovative Dev Exchange, announced today that Will Stewart, an insightful leader with over 30 years of global finance and technology experience, has joined the board of directors. So, Mr. Stewart has also raised billions in capital across hundreds of different venture capitalist-backed technology companies in Silicon Valley. Over the past few years, Mr. Stewart has raised hundreds of millions, furthering digital marketplaces, environmental commodities, and infrastructure in the global energy transition. Timing could not be better for Dev Digital or Dev Exchange. At the intersection of this tsunami of public institutional adoption of crypto products, we fully anticipate this mega trend to continue under a new federal administration, providing a policy framework that positions digital assets as a legitimate component of the U.S. financial system and aims to establish the United States as a leader in digital finance technology. Okay, so now we have one of the big guys. Matter of fact, you know what? That might be even better. Does that look better? Does that look better? No, it doesn't. We'll work on it over the next couple days. Anyway, I'd rather have your chat up there than what you're looking at over here until we get to the, maybe I'll mute it when we start to do like charts and stuff like that. But for right now, I encourage you to go read this article, to go check it out. Will Stewart bringing big money into DevE, and it's only a matter of time, guys. Look, the foundation has been laid. The groundwork has been done. The next step here is probably the moon. Okay. The impulse move on this is $17. The secondary impulse move is $210. So if you're not bullish on DevE, you are not paying attention right now. All right. So I hope that you've done a good job. And speaking of good jobs, I got a bunch more because you know who broke out? The butthole. The butthole broke out. Which is gross, right? But still, we were at 3 cents. Actually, we were at like 2 cents the other day. Now we're at 6 cents as of right now. So a nice, easy little 3x for you right there. And what about the Saitama Wolfpack going absolutely crazy the last couple of days? I hope you listened. When I told you that you got to get yourself a bag. If you did, then you're feeling real good right now. So let's talk about what happened here. Let's pop this up and crypto trading bubbles. So SPX up 24%. Everything really having a good day, right? Ray is up 17.6%. Fartcoin up 30%, which is probably explaining why, because you can't have a fart without a butthole, right? So the butthole is allowing the fart to look. I don't know. It's something fun. Whatever the funniest, silliest, most ridiculous bullshit that you can say in your head, that's what I just said. So start laughing, asshole. Anyway, we're getting big gains in the last 24 hours. We're looking at almost 10% gains around here. We're talking 7% on Render, 26% on Jasmy, 12.9% on Curve, Pepe 7%, Ondo 16%. So a lot of this stuff starting to break out. We're starting to see it. Page 2 probably going to get a little bit more, right? Deep up 25%, Checks 26%, Rune 15%, AIC 54%, ARC 20%, HNT 20%, Eigenlayer 20%, Arrow 13.8%, Pendle 13.8%. So we're seeing big moves starting to happen. Unicorn Fart Dust up 46% on the day. Zeus up 24%, Plume 15%, Usual up 32%. We're getting big moves. Now, we do have some that are kind of getting tired, right? That just means money's going to start moving around. Vine down 11%. Venture is down 10%. Akuma's down 16%. So there are some reds in here, but not very many. Jelly, by the way, if you didn't see it yesterday, Jelly, I want to say her name is Gigi something or other. Gigi Starlet was covering this on her live stream yesterday. This jelly, and it went from a 900,000 market cap to a 256 million market cap. Now you don't see that overall, but it was started at 900,000. So she had a 200x out of it. I think maybe, I don't know, it's 142x right now. So if you saw that, if you got in, if you got your money, good shot to you. TARS AI is up 40%. Now, look, we love TARS AI. It's the only AI that the Solana Foundation sponsors and promotes. So shout out. Anon up 21%, Apu 22%, Per 18%, Miggles 23%, Moby 26%, Devi's coming in at 10.6%, Elon 31.2%. So big moves happening over here. GPS 16%. As we get down here, we're going to start seeing some of the bigger ones. RBNT is up 80% on the day. So people are starting to find their way. Based AI 23.6, Hash AI 26.3. Put AI in your name and you're going to win, right? Lo-Fi 48%, Benji 42%. This, by the way, this is kind of letting you know that memes are starting to pump. Doge is up 38%, Flip is up 66%. So you might be seeing a little bit of a surge right here on some of your bigger ones. Retardio 36%, Dog in Me 17%, Vader 13.5%. You're seeing it all over the place. As we move down here, you're going to see some bigger ones too. And there's none of them that just absolutely exploded. Just nice gain, 70 to 80%. Blub, 61%. Arrow Bud, 24%. Astra, 27%. Thor Chain, 43%. Been looking for Thor to do something for a long time and just really hasn't broken out. Zyro at 50%. Pirate at 50% or 30%. So big moves here. Pork, obviously, Paulie the Ox down 17% again because it's dead. It's bullshit. Never going to do anything. And if you follow him, you are what's going to be one of them not going to make it ass bitches. That's just not going to make it. Also, tits are down 6.1%, which is kind of lame. Anyway, so moving on. Fear and Greed Index currently sitting at 70 right now. That's not going to last very long. It's going to pop and change very, very quickly. What I want to show you. Weeks, I just bought a bunch of WXT token. Remember I told you guys that WXT was probably going to pop? Well, they're announcing a burn. They're going to burn 40% of their supply this week. So that should be a really, really cool, big sort of move. So super excited to see that. Now, Luna Classic, let's talk about that for a second. This is what I'm predicting is going to happen with Luna Classic. Let me pop that up for a full trading view window right there. And you can see that my estimation of the next big move for Luna Classic is to the top of this channel, currently trading it at 4078.63. I do think it's going to break out here to 3014, 3015. And then ultimately, this is going to be the target goal. It's my new target goal. And by the way, if you're looking for a percentage on this from where it is right now to the top up here, that's going to be 36x. So I'm predicting a 36x for Luna Classic over the next little while. Not when I say next little while, I do not mean the next couple of days, by the way. I mean, I think it's going to break out. We're going to see a nice little rip happen here. But there's some stuff coming out. Juris Protocol takes the place of Anchor Protocol. Selenium takes the place of Mirror Protocol. So there are a lot of different things that are happening in this market right now that might make a big, big difference at some point pretty soon. And you never know. I mean, you never know what'll happen here. And by the way, I got this one all messed up here too. I did this one the wrong way. Like that goes right there. We go. All right. So I think maybe we got it all right now. Finally. All right. Well, it still sucks, but it sucks much less than it did before. Let's just put it at that, right? It should be leaner. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. It's annoying me by now at this point. All right. I'm getting annoyed by it. It's not right where I want it to be and doing what I want it to be. But you know what? Whatever. All right. So Luna Classic going to have its breakout. Now, the point to today was to talk about 8 altcoins that I think are going to absolutely rip. And I tried to keep this very simple. My number one conviction play, and you guys know my number one conviction play. My number one conviction play is DevE. My number 2 conviction play is API3. DevE is in this list. API3 is not in this list, however, okay? Because I wanted to mix it up just a little bit. API3, I just don't talk about them. I just don't talk about them. So, but that was one of my conviction plays. And look, I love the butthole. Everybody loves the butthole. Even the people who don't love the butthole, they kind of love the butthole. They're not being honest with you. It's about the butthole. Anyway, so speaking of the butthole, it's up pretty big today. Just God damn it. I can't stop myself. Now it is facing a little prohibitive resistance right now on its trend line. But, I mean, guys, look, all I'm saying is if you haven't, you should try the butthole. Okay. The butthole is currently surging right now. Now, look, I told you again at 2 cents, I told you guys that you're going to have to take a shot at it, shoot it in the shoot in the butthole, get in the butthole, shoot in the butthole. I don't know. Whatever funny thing whatever funny shit you just thought of that you think is hilarious, that's what I just said. So hit the like button. All right. So anyway, the butthole is breaking out. The butthole's breaking out. God damn it. I just love this. Anyway, so it's up 3x. We're up 3x about right now. But I do think that this thing is going to continue to surge. And I think we'll be looking at an all-time high or a brand new all-time high coming up very, very soon. It seems like people are really into the butthole. So Yeah, we're going to see that happen. Also, Fiat, if you have not been paying attention, Fiat went up to 12 cents a little while back. Fiat is right now sitting again at 7.5, almost 8 cents. It's up 31% today. That retracement that it had, when we look at it, ultimately, we see that it retraced exactly to where we would predict it to go. And then it came down a little bit deeper than we would anticipate and didn't go to the 236. So what did it do? It went to the 38, rejected off of there. That could mean some downward momentum, or it could fulfill its position and go up to 10 cents, and then it will have hit that 236. Then I would expect a little bit of a downward push back down to 7 cents, and then a breakout to about 12 cents. But that depends on, again, there's so many factors here with Fiat and DevE that are at play at this moment right now. DevE, again, starting to break out. If this is the breakout of the cup and handle, by the way, if this is the breakout of the cup and handle, then what you're doing here is copy, and then we're going to paste right there. This is the cup and handle formation. This is from the bottom to the top right there, okay? Now, that's what this looks like over here, and that means a surge to $17 on the cup and handle would be in play. If that happens, by the way, I'm taking a vacation day. So, just know that if it happens, then I got shit to do that day. Also, if it happens twice, which is possible, right? Then you're talking about a $200 DevE token in short order. I mean, like, this thing is, and I don't think we're in that sort of parabolic mode, right? I don't think that we're in that parabolic mode, but you never know what could happen here. So, anything is possible, even if it's not, probable, right? It's crypto, bro. It's crypto, bro. I mean, hey, look, what happens if Donald Trump comes out with a shirt that says "I heart DevE"? You know what I mean? Like, the next thing you know, it's going to be at a 5 or 10 billion market cap, and it'll be, $200 a coin. So you never know. Anyway, let's get into it. The number one coin, the number one token, the number one is going to be DevE. Now, by the way, if you are watching the chart for DevE, something that I will point out here is you'll see add and remove liquidity going on constantly, but you'll see that it's from Jared from Subway and this filthy little dirt merchant. And by the way, for the person who was trying to sell right here, 9,000 for $9,000. Oh shit, you got shanked, right? This person decided they were going to sell $9,000 worth of DevE, and they were trying to sell at a bid price of $1.54. Jared from Subway came in, sold 12,000 to dump the price down, added liquidity of 15,000, cashed out, and he made this move right here. That was the person that sold, went down to $1.46, and then what did he do? He then removed the liquidity back out of it, and then he bought back in after having sold that for just a little bit to get back in at a better price. Like, he just absolutely dunked on this seller, which, by the way, for some reason, I find that incredibly amusing. Okay. I find that incredibly amusing. But look at the volume right now being traded on DevE right now, 666,000 just on Uniswap. Huge prices coming out here. By the way, if this thing 10x's, and it could 10x, right? If it 10x'd, it would still be under $1 billion market cap, but it would also be a $15, and it would have completed the cup and handle, by the way. So, that's what I'm looking at right now. And that's what I'm seeing happening. So an easy 10x off of this, by the way, overall would put it at $1 billion market cap. If you look at DevE on Coin Market Cap, then it would put it at $1 billion market cap with a 10x. Again, $15. It's in the cards. It is in the cards. So anyway, my number one is DevE. For those of you that are wondering, DevE is a permissioned blockchain. I think I'm explaining to you right now the worst kept secret in all of crypto, by the way, that I'm pretty sure that DevE has partnered with NASDAQ, and all they are waiting for right now is for NASDAQ to make the announcement. And when NASDAQ makes the announcement, This is a billion market cap. That's why I'm bullish on DevE. Now, you might be in the camp of you don't trust that this is right, that we're not actually, this is not a NASDAQ partnership, that, you know, they don't have it because it seems too good to be true or something like that. You know, you might be looking at those kind of things. You might be saying to yourself that, well, you know what? That is fair enough, by the way. That could be the case, but I don't think so. From everything that I've seen internally, this is what the French would call legitimate as fuck. Okay. So, and I think at this point, they're even joking about it. It's no longer even a dirty secret anymore. Like, it's just an open secret. So once it gets announced and the broad public sees that the Dev exchange is the exchange that's going to handle NASDAQ transactions in the future. And if you look at, let me say this, because I'm not sure if I got this right or not, but Austin had a video out, and part of the explanation that he was giving was, you know, nobody needs 8 million possible transactions per second, right? That's what he was saying. However, and this is where it's going to get bonkers, guys. There is a possibility, and you know what? I'm not telling you that this is going to happen, okay? I'm just telling you that I'm trying to read between lines when I give you this. So what I'm about to tell you is nuts, okay? What Austin said in his video was that there is a real possibility. You don't need 8 million transactions per second, okay? Even if you're transacting credit cards, even if you took, and by the way, just to give you an example, if you were transacting credit cards across the world, Visa and MasterCard and Discover Card, okay, you don't need more than 100,000 transactions per second. You don't need more than that. So 8 million is a little bit out of control when it comes down to it. But you know what? If you're trading real world assets, let me say that one more time, because now you're going to start to see. If you're trading real world assets on NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange, and you are using it in a tokenized fashion on a blockchain, then you need millions of transactions per second. Do you hear what I just said? There is a distinct possibility that DevX could be the blockchain for NASDAQ for buying and selling assets going forward. Like, that is how real and serious it is at DevE right now. That's what I think. And that's what, for me, makes me go, man, oh man, oh man. This thing really is, in my opinion, about to 10x at least. You know what I mean? So I just want to say that I'm not sure. Nobody's ever sure, but it sure feels like it. So if you haven't already, I'm tooting the horn of this is going to be one of your final time. I don't know when it's going to happen. By the way, I'm saying this might be your final opportunity to get in at a reasonable price. Like, I'm saying that right now. I don't know. I don't know that something won't come out tomorrow that'll dump the price down to 80 cents or 20 cents again. I don't know that. I know that ultimately I'm not worried about it. Ultimately, it is my belief that, $15 move is almost pedantic at this point. I think it's coming, and I think it's coming very, very, very soon. So, and by the way, remember, I gave you a goal of $50. So it is my belief that this thing is going to $50, and it will go fast too. Do you know what I'm saying? Like fast. And then ultimately, like what I just gave you as this breakout, $200. So, things are going to get insane on DevE. And look, when that announcement happens, it should just start to look crazy, because it's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. Again, I don't need 8 million transactions per second for credit cards, but I do when I'm trading stocks, especially if I'm doing it on a blockchain, real world asset style. This is a game changer, in my opinion. So my number one altcoin that you should have right now, because you can get here right now, the number one thing is DevE. It's $1.48 right now, but it won't stay that way long. And by the way, just for people who are looking for and by the way, Ondo is one of my predictions. Just for a wink, wink. CoinGecko. CoinGecko price compare. Okay, so we're going to compare cryptocurrency right now. If Devi had the market cap, and this is what I want to get into right here. If Devi had the market cap of Ondo, the Devi price would be $58 right now. So now get an idea here. Ondo's market cap is $5 billion. If Devi's price does that, it would go to $58. So this is why I'm incredibly bullish on Devi. I mean, plain and simple. Now, if it 20x's and goes up to 100 billion because it's NASDAQ, if it 20x's from there, that's $1,000 per DevE. Do you see? Do you see? Like there is a real world possibility here that we are looking at a $1,000 Devi token. That's nuts to me, but it is. I see it in this market. I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you do or not, but I sure as shit do. So anyway, Devi, make sure you get yourself a bag if you haven't already. And remember, along with that, still pumping is Fias. So if you get a bag of Devi, get a little bag of Fias. I think Fias will be kind of synergistically moving with DevE. Sometimes it will go better. Sometimes like today, where it's up 30%, where Devi's only up 9%. You know, sometimes it's going to have one of those just breakout days. But at some point, you know, I think this one is an easy from here 100x, right? If Devi does what it's supposed to do, then this becomes an easy 100x from its position right now at 27 million market cap. Now, I don't know that that would be the case, but just consider it might happen. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Saitama Wolfpack might be going to $1 in just a few minutes. You know, look at this all-time high for the relaunch. We just hit it. I've been doing this for a week with them, and look at this move right here. And if you didn't get in, haha. I mean, guys, I don't know what to tell you. What do you watch me for if not to make money? I gave you the butthole. It's up 66% right now to 300% over the last 7 days. I gave you the Saitama Wolfpack. It's up 80% over the last couple of days. I'm giving you the money. I'm giving you the money. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I'm paying you. Anyway, so the next one up, Devi is my number one. Now, my number two is, I told you API 3 was my conviction play, but I want to talk about Solana, because in the event that you are interested here, Solana to me is going to be the next big thing in the market right now. And here's what I think is happening right now. So it is my estimation and my belief that Solana is going to take over. And I think it's going to flip Ethereum at this point. I don't know that it will, because there's still a lot to the ecosystem of Ethereum. But I think if I'm hedging any bet, and I'm saying that one of these things is going to explode, I do think it's going to be Solana. And I think Solana is going to at least that level, ultimately as high as 1,650. So, you know, this is not the same as my ultimate conviction play, but this is one of my top 8 altcoins. So number one is Devi. End of story. End of discussion. Next up, Solana, because I think Solana, and by the way, it's because of the market cap that I make it number 2. But ultimately, you know, this is a huge move for a major cap right now. And that's 6x away from where it currently is at a minimum. In fact, it's got to be more than that. Like, this can't be right, because it's 250. Well, I guess that is 6x. Okay, whatever. So Solana for me, probably an easy 6x. So if you have 100 grand, if you have 200 grand in Solana right now, you're probably going to be a millionaire. If you don't have that, you're probably not going to be. But, you know, Solana is going to be the next big thing, I think, in crypto. Going to take out a lot of the steam of Ethereum. Ethereum would have been in my list here, but it is no longer there. Normally, it's going to be number 1. But right now, mismanagement and abuse and everything has just, it's kind of stifled Ethereum. Ethereum will still surge. We'll still have an altcoin season. We'll still have all of that, but it's just going to be a little bit different this time. And by the way, if you are one of those people right now who are concerned and upset and annoyed by the fact that, ultimately, you got a lot of people out here telling you because of meme coins and stuff like that, that we are not going to see an altcoin season. Punch that stupid person in the face when you see them, if you ever see them. Like, don't fall for that stupidity. Like, these guys are idiots, okay? Like, they have no idea what's going on. They're just trying to guess, and they're trying to do it on impulse. It's called emotion. They're emotional investors. They are what the French call not gonna make it ass bitches, right? So don't let those people convince you that we're not going to have an altcoin season, or that it's not going to be like we think it's going to be. It is absolutely going to be everything that you think it's going to be. So, you know what I mean? Also, Coins Chick, I know, I'm trying. I kind of threw it up there, and I was just working on it, trying to figure out a good position for it. In fact, you know what? Let's copy this scene right here. We're gonna call that scene 2. Yeah. All right. So if we copy this scene right now, and we say that that's what we're gonna do, let's add. It would look like this, by the way. Display capture, add existing display capture right there. So we're going to display capture right there. Maybe we'll end up doing something like this. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we'll end up doing something like this so that the display is not there. Make my head, which is gigantic, obviously, ladies, make my head move around somewhere and get it, I don't know. We'll figure. I'm going to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to figure it out. Just, I don't have a right position for it yet. I don't know exactly. And by the way, then you're going to be like, well, I can't see it from here. And I'm going to be like, God damn it. Stop watching on your phone. Watch me. Like if you watch me on your phone, like, aren't you an asshole? Like, shouldn't you be watching me on a big screen TV? I can only be enjoyed on a 75-inch screen or greater, some shit like that. Right. I mean, God damn it. Anyway, none of that obviously is true, but, just, I don't know yet. I'm going to figure it out, and we'll have a pretty good spot for it. Just, that's what we were doing right there, right now. So close that right there. All right. Thank you for the $5 bomb. I love money. So, anyway, so Ethereum just doesn't make it. Solana makes it. Next one up is, you goddamn creeps, Ondo. So Ondo is going to be the next one. And listen, Ondo is also one of those things where, this is going to be the convergence of real world assets in the market. So Ondo currently at a 5 billion market cap, probably going to continue surging. Now, if I'm looking at Ondo and I'm saying, look, if I look at it in the previous market, like, I have nothing to go with in the previous market because it just launched, right? So the best that I could do is maybe go here to the week and look at the impulse move and see that I've got these impulse moves coming all the way up here before the breakdown, right? So before the breakdown, I got that. So now let me predict where I think it's going to go. So Ondo at about $1.50 is really kind of up there at the top of the range, if you will. So what is the next move for Ondo? Well, currently at $1.62, it seems like Ondo could go as high as, just on an impulse move, $4. And then after $4, $7.50 ultimately is that. Now, here's the thing. When I look at that from here to here, that's only a 5x. Now I look at it ultimately in this, and I see that Ondo is currently number 31. Then the question is, like, where does it go from here? Trade volume, notwithstanding, like, A new era of financial inclusivity on chain. The Ondo Foundation's mission is to usher in a new era of financial inclusivity and market efficiency through on chain institutional grade financial products and services. So, as long as you have lending and borrowing protocols, you're going to be doing pretty well. We're going to allow cookies on that. But the Ondo ecosystem is supported by a diverse range of institutional and crypto native partners and service providers. And that is BlackRock, Ancura, Morgan Stanley, Mantle, Polygon, Coinbase, Curve, Injective, Yearn, and Anchor Digital. So if I throw out a name like that, then wouldn't I be talking about mostly that it would be going to 100 billion market cap instead of a 5 billion, or in this case right here, a 25 billion market cap? So in order to get to 100 billion market cap, you're looking for Ondo to have a 20x. 20x for Ondo puts it at this spot right here at a $32 move. So that's going to be from where we are currently 2000x. Yeah, so 20x on Ondo seems to be a reasonable estimation of what could happen. So Ondo is going to be on my list. Now, Aerodrome is also going to be on my list because I think that it is impressively undervalued at this point. When you check out Aerodrome.finance, it's number 103 right now. Got a market cap of 841. But again, Aerodrome website, central trading and liquidity marketplace on Base. Base is Base is free to use. Look, there's going to be an incredible, it's going to get absolutely insane what happens with Aerodrome. And the reason that I bring that up and the reason that I say that with just absolute certainty is, let's just back up here. And first of all, it's free to trade on Base. So there is that, and that's going to be kind of a problem. You know what I mean? That could be a little bit of a problem because you're not generating a lot of money off of it. However, if a lot of people are trading on it, and trust me, if there's anybody who knows how to suck money out of you, it's Coinbase. And if they know how to price gouge you in every way imaginable, then I'm sure that volume is only going to increase. Now we're at 6.3 billion on Solana and 1.38 billion on Base. But I mean, when you zoom out here, Base almost has the volume of Ethereum on some days. You know what I mean? So I have no idea. I think Base is going to be one of those gigantic, massive, underrated plays. There's no attempt right now to turn it into a coin or anything like that. So that's going to be missing, but maybe later, maybe later. Anyway, Aerodrome is going to be another one where I think that Aerodrome at 800 million market cap, talk about this going to a 30 or 40 billion market cap. That's a 30 or 40 or 50x from where it currently is. The next one up, let me start to speed along here and just give you some of these. Crow is going to be my number, what is this, number 5 or number 4 on the list? Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So this is number 1, 2, or 5. Yeah. So number 5 here is going to be Crow. Why am I bullish on Crow? Now look, Crow has been struggling to find its way in the market, but it also had a market. It also had a market of $1 at one point. Now here's the problem. The problem is it had its troubles and it moved to Singapore. It's going to have to come back to the USA. But when it comes back to the USA as an American-made thing, there won't be any taxes on it. That would actually be an incredible, incredible thing. So there is a real distinct possibility. And it says we're having trouble streaming to X, so we may have lost connection with X. I don't know. But it's going to move super hard. Now, I think it's about to bounce off of the 50 again, and we're about to have another surge here. I don't know how far the surge goes. But my point to Crow, and the reason that I'm bullish on Crow, is to remember, we had not that long ago, crypto.com, accept all, they had they're now a bank, which means that they can do your money, that you can do things with your money. There's also that you can now trade stocks on crypto.com. So crypto.com has now become like Robinhood and Gemini, only people actually use it. So I think that Crow is about to have a nice little, nice little pump here, or a nice little run. And if you can't see my head, there you go. How about that now? There you go. Anyway, so yeah, I think that Crow is going to be the next one. And look, I think that Crow probably goes up into the $4 range up here. And that right now, from where it is, would be a move of 35, 33, 32x. So Crow is in line for a 32x. So again, this is a major market cap. I think it's just going to absolutely rip. I think that we are undervaluing Crow in every way possible. Also, this is going to be my vanity pick right here. Did not make 70 cents like I predicted. It did come to 55 cents. We just didn't get that secondary pump, so we missed it. However, Conflux is an open source Chinese blockchain that when, and this will happen, when China allows Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and they stop crying about it, when they stop when they just stop, when they stop being Chinese, I guess. I don't know how to say it. When they stop, Conflux is going to absolutely take off. To consider here, Conflux market cap was gigantic at one point. It is now 765 million at this point. But when we go back and we look at the all-time market cap, that market cap was in the 2 billion range. So it's down 66% from that top, and we're just now getting to that area. But it is my opinion, that a $50 billion market for the only open source Chinese blockchain that there is not too aggressive. Okay, so in my opinion, we're looking at about a 70x on Conflux. Big opportunity right there. Even if it doesn't have that big 70x 50 billion, it's still going to be a big time winner for you in your portfolio. Another one is Fetch AI. Now you're looking at Fetch AI kind of weighing itself down right now, but still kind of ranging here at the top for a breakout. Now, a couple of months ago, Fetch merged with a couple of other protocols, and they became the largest AI company in all of crypto. So again, this is one of those situations in which $3.47, like I don't even think it was getting started at that point. So I think that as AI kind of takes over the space, and as we continue to get our surges, right, I think that this thing goes all the way up here and ends up in this $20 range. And that $20 range from where we are right now ends up being an 18x. So Fetch AI is another one where, look, if you got 100 grand, you put if you have 100 grand, you put 100 grand in Fetch AI, you're going to be a millionaire. I mean, it's almost guaranteed. So, maybe. And then the final one is going to be HBAR. Now, look, I'm not an HBARbarian. I am a fan. I like AJ and people that talk about it. So it's in my list because I listen to them. But when I come over here and I look at HBAR and by the way, I do think that there is a limited amount of growth opportunity at a $12 billion market cap. However, because it's already ubiquitous with crypto, and because it's still one of those things where if you come over here, it's having its breakout right now. You know what I mean? Like it didn't have an opportunity. It didn't really break out at any point. Had that big move up into the billions right here, but it didn't really break out. And now it's really breaking out. I think this is going to be one of the leaders of this industry. It's going to be one of the leaders in this industry. And I think that means that we're looking at a $250 billion market cap. So you could be looking at a nice 20x on HBAR. Also, I think because HBAR has done all of this, because they've, built in the bear market, because they've reached this point, because they're getting that big notice, because they've had that breakout, I think that, what we end up having right here is going to end up being just gigantic. I just think it's going to be gigantic. Okay. So anyway, let's talk about real quick. We've talked about all of these different things. Now let's talk about MSI, because if you haven't already, this is my meme coin du jour. That's going to make the big difference for me. I think, in my opinion, I think it's going to be one of those big ones. Now, not breaking out of this, it's still going down. It's still, it's still kind of in this little right here. Now, the problem with that is that it also launched its own, utility kind of meme. Excuse me, with MK. And then once it launched MK, a lot of people started to pay attention to MK for a few days, as opposed to paying attention to MSI. So there is a possibility that, let me move this over here. There is a possibility here that, like there it is right there. It had a massive run up and then a massive dump. So I think that's over with. I think, this is just the first launch of many for MSI. So I would suspect that, and by the way, I would suspect that we're going to see maybe a little bit of a surge here and there on it, but the money is on MSI. So I would think that MSI, once you've established that you've got this, kind of ecosystem being built out in here, and you're starting to see more and more stuff getting posted. You're starting to see more and more contribution. What you need, by the way, is a meme coin season. If we get a meme coin season, then we'll see what happens there. Jermaine Clark did Artemis AI rug. All right, let's go find out. Artemis AI. Yeah. Yeah, it sure as shit did. I mean, there's liquidity here, but there's no, so it's gone. So yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it's not a thing anymore. Artemis AI is dead. Saitama Wolfpack now at an all-time high, by the way, still pumping. So congratulations. Anyway, H-bar, it's going to be a big one. MSI, when meme coin season hits, meme coin season will take this thing to the moon. Okay, that's really, that's what's going to happen. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have Matty B's out there who know everything in bear markets and bull markets and stuff like that, and they have opinions. None of it matters. What matters is opportunity for money to come in and services that you provide. And Pablo is building something here that will probably, go nuts. Was to token Pablo. He was shill. I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have no idea. I need an Italian translator. I'm telling you that right now. I need an Italian translator. But I mean, yeah, there was a 25%. I mean, Volt was at 13% at one point. None of that matters when you're in this part of the market. When you're in the part of the market where when you're in the part of the market where meme coins are popping off, that's when all of that matters. Right now, it doesn't matter. So, you know what I mean? So I'm not really worried about any of that stuff. Anyway, buy yourself a bag of MSI, do yourself a favor. Also, do yourself a favor and get yourself a bag of Coins Chick's coin, Coins Chick coin, because Coins Chick of Coins Chick coin is the person that created Coins Chick coin, and her name is Coins Chick. And now it sounds weird in my brain. I figured if I say it enough, you know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. And by the way, the MK was a 25% sell tax to try to hold up and prop the price for a little while so that people weren't motivated to sell, so that you get a pump out of it because it had a pre-sale. Like it happens all the time. So and by the way, to be surprised about it, I don't know. By the way, here we have Coins Chick on stage with Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Dr. Dre was not at the door. So, it's very rude of Dr. Dre. What's Dr. Dre? Whatever. Whoever it is, Martha Stewart. I don't know who he sings. I don't know who he hangs out with. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so buy yourself some Coins Chick coin. By the way, because look, this is $35.91. We're at or near the all-time high yet again. Most likely this thing breaks out to that new level. By the way, I gave you that new level. I told you that it was going to go back to 42 pretty soon. Then I told you it's probably going to break out right here and go to 71.44, which is about a 2x away from where it currently is. So it's about to happen. So shut up. I'm not gay. You're gay. You know what I mean? Gay. All right. So, but to clarify, Saitama Wolfpack breaking out back to an all-time high at 208,057. Butthole. The butthole is surging. God damn it. I just like saying it. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's up 57% on the day. Fiat is still continuing its surge. It's now at 83.11. It hit the 382 right there. So I'm not sure why I did this, but it should be the 236, right? Shouldn't it be the fucking 236? Like, what am I doing here? Yeah, it should be 236. There you go. All right. So it hit the 236. So expect a retracement here back down probably to the sixes, unless something happens. We get some kind of notification or just some kind of crazy, like, oh my God, look what just happened kind of notice. LFGO up 17%. No one will know is up 14%. CC is up 10%. Pepe's up 8%. API3 is up 6%. Speedy's up 6%. Sato's up 6%. Devi's up 6%. Bonk is up 6%. Gummy, Cognitive, everything else is kind of lagging behind. Trump is down on the day again. The old Trump is just getting wrecked out. I think it's dead, by the way. MSI down a little bit on the day. Rhythm down a little bit on the day. And Hiss down a total of 40% on the day. I thought Hiss would have a nice little run, but it's a matter of you got to have snakes. Snakes got to take over. You got to have a nice big crazy meme coin rush for some of these things to take off, but they will. They're all going to take off. It's just a matter of time now. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Thank you for entertaining me, if you will. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Have a good day. It's not financial advice, but I continue to stake with Cryptonomy.finance, and I continue to be impressed. Thanks for tuning in. You can see on the screen right now all of the different transactions. These are the fixed length that I've gone through. As an example, I'm going to earn 0.2 Bitcoin for an investment of 0.2 Bitcoin that I made almost a year ago. That's going to come through on February 10. Currently worth about $20,000. Got an 83% reward getting ready to cash out on USDT. That's money for nothing, guys. My scheduled interest on this is $1,670. I cashed out $82,000 in November of this year after investing about $80,000 as well. This was a gigantic move. I can't tell you that I'm anything more than impressed with Cryptonomy.finance. On my margin trading account so far, I just want you guys to see this. I put 50 Solana in. I've earned a profit so far of 5.5 Solana. Off of my Ethereum, which was 6 Ethereum, I've now earned 0.88 Ethereum. And this is just margin trading. And off of my Bitcoin investment of 10,857, I've earned about $1,000 so far. Right now is the perfect time to get involved in the crypto market. While many people are blindly buying worthless meme coins or joining yield farms, Cryptonomy Ventures has over 6 years of experience and 437 successful dealings at launch stages, which deliver significant returns. In just 2 weeks, Cryptonomy will be launching the Cryptonomy Launchpad, which is going to give exclusive access to early token sales of top Cryptonomy venture products, an excellent opportunity to make significant profits. The company is also preparing a launch of its own token with major exchange listings and events coming very, very soon. Those who support Cryptonomy now will be in the best position to benefit from what's ahead. Guys, let me also point out, Cryptonomy has been featured in CoinDo.com just recently, CoinPaper.com just recently, Finbold, Blockonomy, CoinGape, Bitcoinist, and the Crypto Basic. Guys, Cryptonomy.finance is blowing up. A new coin is about to come out. Make sure that you get your bag filled today.